Hello and welcome to Field of View with Nerd Street Gamers, your weekly dose of gaming news. I'm Darf and we've got an action-packed week for you. Coming to you live from Modern Warfare's scrapyard, let's get right into it. Sony's Future of Gaming event aired on June 11th, and they finally unveiled the PlayStation 5. And it looks like an overgrown router on steroids. This thing is massive, and it frankly has the appearance of a futuristic skyscraper in a game set 50 years in the future. On its side, it looks like an avant-garde art gallery, perhaps. Whatever it is, it's a monster of a machine and promises a lot of excitement. They'll have both a digital version without a CD drive and one with a CD drive if you're old-fashioned like me and you like something you can hold on to. It's going to be hitting the shelves at the end of this year, and its price point is, wait for it, not announced. Nobody knows. There's a lot of speculation right now. Rumors have the number pegged somewhere around the $500 mark, but Sony has not actually confirmed anything. Nada, nilch, zippo, zero. So we're all going to be waiting on tenterhooks to find out how light our wallets are going to be come the holiday season. The Future of Gaming event itself drew massive audience, as over 3.5 million viewers watched it live as it aired. There's been millions and millions of more views of the video afterwards as video on demand, and this either shows that this is the most excited console release in generations, or that none of us have anything to do right now, and we desperately need games. Please, Sony, give them to us as soon as possible. We're all in need of a good distraction. Alongside the announcement of the PS5, Sony also teased dozens of new titles to come with the new console, starting with the most hotly anticipated re-release of Grand Theft Auto 5. This game has been released so many times at this point that Rockstar is clearly just trying to milk this cow for all that it's worth. Squeeze every last drop of money out of it. Just call them Todd Howard and Bethesda re-releasing Skyrim again, because at this point, we're on to this act. We've seen it before. There's also a bevy of other titles coming through, both new and old, and the one I'm most excited for personally is Spider-Man Miles Morales, the sequel to the previous Spider-Man game released by Insomniac Games, and that was incredible, folks. It was the first console game I've 100%ed in probably about a decade, so that should tell you something about how excited I am for round 2, where we take control of Miles Morales, who was built up as a character in the previous one, and will now have a full adventure of his own. I only ask, please don't kill the previous Peter Parker. My poor heart can't take that. Let's just have him as a side character. Shuttle him off to a retirement home. I don't care. Just let him live. Video games. Why do comic book heroes always have to die? But speaking of things that will never die, there's franchises that will never die, as Sony's also announced a new Gran Turismo game, a new NBA 2K game, and even a new Hitman game for the new console. All franchises with many installments in their catalog at this point. And it seems like Sony may be trying to get one of their other properties to join those ranks with a newly teased Horizon game. That's right, a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, this one called Horizon Forbidden West, where Aloy heads west. And I'm not sure what's forbidden about the West, but I'm excited to grab my compass and find out.
Oh, East? I thought you said West.
The Last of Us 2 will finally be releasing on June 19th. The Naughty Dog series, famous for pulling at your heartstrings with engaging gameplay, enriching characters, and tragic death all around the corner, will be getting its second installment finally out after many delays. This series is what you'll see in the future if you want to take the COVID situation to its logical extreme, this time with clickers, as Ellie learns she should be wearing a mask every time she gets outside. Folks, wear your masks. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 4 has released on June 10th, bearing with it new weapons, new maps, new game modes, new updates, and also a new operator coming in the form of the legend himself, Captain Price. Hopefully when you take control of him though, your gameplay will have slightly fewer twists and turns than his own story did. There's also more content promised throughout the season, so keep your eyes out, folks. There's a lot on our plates. EA has announced Star Wars Squadrons, releasing a trailer for the game that promises to bring 5v5 space battles with dogfights in X-Wings and TIE Fighters and fulfill all of your childhood fantasies. The game boasts a lot of features supposedly on the way, including VR support, joystick control, and complete immersion into the cockpit of an X-Wing. So please, let this one work. We Star Wars fans have learned over the last decade of games to never believe a trailer. Don't get your hopes up yet, folks, but it should be exciting. The game is set to release on October the 2nd of this year, so it's not long now from the first release trailer to when we should actually be able to get our hands on the game. And if this one succeeds in delivering on all of its promise, it's going to be one for the ages, folks. And that's it, folks. All we've got for you this week on Field of View with Nerd Street Gamers, your weekly dose of gaming news. I'm Darf Mike, going dark.